I should probably do like 20 seconds of welcome because of how long it's been since I did one. Let me move this box. I was planning on doing a very quick live stream, right, right when I got in or early when I got in to show off the new books, to make sure that I got that out of the way because I keep missing live streams. And then it was a little crazy busy right at the beginning. I had someone come in right away, pick up stuff he missed last Wednesday, blah, blah, blah. And I realized it's supposed to be a big crazy storm. So I'll wait until, and everyone's getting warned. Big crazy storm, big crazy storm, big crazy storm. I said, I'll wait until the big crazy storm hits. Hey, Joe. And then I will do the live stream then. I am very lucky. My landlord came and he, remember we had flooding during the last big crazy storm. My landlord came and he took care of the gutters. He cleaned all the gutters out. Not that that's going to help us immensely, but he also put some sandbags down. Now, as I said to my neighbor who came out to look at the back right when I was looking at the back, assuming that it doesn't get heavy for more than 45 minutes, we're okay, because the drains all work. It's just that when it gets super heavy for too long, so I actually took my garbage out and decided that my garbage doesn't really have a liner, so it could use a cleaning. I left it outside until it was almost filled with water. It took a few seconds. I emptied it out. It's drying now. I thought that before we look at the book, since I definitely will not have anyone in for the next 5 minutes. I can't imagine that anyone left to come here in this, and this has now been going on for about 15 minutes. It's getting pretty calm now. The sun is shining through, and there's just a very steady rainfall. It's really supposed to be over out of our area heavily, the heavy section, for hours. It's not supposed to be heavy again until like 7. So I don't know if I have long after that, but I figured we'd spend some time talking about, we'd spend some time talking about Sunday's event, Monday's day at the shop, which was kind of busy, and lots of other things. So first off, Sunday's event. Fred and Ryan came. They were wonderful. I've met both of them multiple times before, but this was the first time having them in. Oh, thank you. We're almost at 400. That means 2 more people subscribe, or 1 more person maybe, and we'll be at 400 subscribers. That's pretty cool. Anyway, Fred and Ryan came. They left us with lots of signed material. We really only had about half a dozen people come out, but we've got One of the Last Action Presidents in print signed. We've got The Future is Effed signed. Fred says this book, Murder Kingdom, that he wrote, which is a really fun fantasy series that he signed, is out of print. Ryan signed his My Bullshit 2. This is all of Ryan's short little comics, mostly about his career. And they both signed The Comic Book History of Animation. I was informed in no uncertain terms that these are the last copies of The Comic Book History of Animation in print. And then they've signed the single issues of stuff that we have. Fred signed his Knights Templar issues, his Game Masters, which Joe, you own. He's How to Make Comics. These are all signed. Signed a bunch of Vampirates as well. So everyone was happy. The half dozen people who actually came out for the signing enjoyed themselves immensely. The creators had a nice time. I bought a lot of books off them, so they had a good time, besides for the ones they sold to people. All in all, it was pretty decent. On a personal level, it was a lot. I put a lot of effort into promoting this. We haven't done a signing with quote-unquote name people. You know, we had Ben this year. We had Ben and Rachel last year. We had Yao on Free Comic Day, but we haven't done name people. You know, Fred Valente, he wrote Iron Man. He's worked at Marvel, DC, Dark Horse, everyone. Ryan has been in... You guys, Fred said it's been over 20 years he's been a professional... Okay, take History of Animation, Joe. It'll be a rarity one of these days. They are in talks with probably getting a new publisher, but that's going to be a long time coming. I will add that to your stack, which you've already seen. Where did I put your stack? Right here. What was I saying? Yeah, and I made flyers. I made a poster. I did a lot of things to promote this event, and 5 or 6 people came. It's nerve-wracking. It's not terrible. It was definitely a feeling at the moment. If you ask Emily or you ask I try not to discuss this with Sarah too much, but it definitely did. If you ask Sarah or Emily, it definitely got me down Sunday night. I was definitely a little long in the face because I put in all this head. But you know what? People had a good time. We got great books. We have signed books. I had a nice time with the creators. It was really not worth me being down. But at the same time, it's why we don't do a lot of signings. If I can't get half the people who tell me, "Oh, I'm definitely coming," to show up, it's sucky. So yeah, there's that. Monday was interesting. Emily also could tell you because she was here for a bunch of it. A lot of people just in a browsy mood. Today was a lot more like what I expect the end of July and the beginning of August to be. Slow. Very desultory. People are coming in kind of like, yeah, I'm just looking. I just want to see what you have. I'm just curious what you got. Like, they're not really here to shop. Yesterday, a bunch of people were like, I'm here for the sale. Oh, I'm here for this. Or, oh, I want to do a trade-in. Like they came in with a purpose to come to this store. So, very, very grateful. In fact, Sunday, even though a lot of people didn't come to the signing, tons of people came. And they're like, this store is a great selection. I'm gonna buy tons of things here. There's so much I want, and they did well as well. So no complaints so far. It's not. I don't think it's gonna beat last July. If you recall, last July was do or die July. Last July, did we have sales? We sold so much stuff at such discounts. Now again, this July has big sales. I'm doing 20 for 10. In the back, the dollar comics are 20 for 10. I already had a guy come on Sunday and get 100 books. He was here again today. But he got 20 books, and he's done. Like, he's not coming back this week. Maybe he will, but most aren't. We have 40% off our sets, our blind bags, everything in the case. And yesterday, right when I opened, somebody came and bought 3 things out of the case because they're 40% off. He goes, that's a good deal. I'm going to grab that. So people are coming out. But last year, Joe remembers, we had some massive clearances. So I don't think we're going to beat last July. But I think it might be that even though last July was one of our biggest months of the year, which is very unlike July, we will have a healthy July. Thanks to having a sale. I think Alive in July is going to have to be our new thing. I think we're going to do sales, Free Comic Book Day, all July, and then the end of the year, December 25th one, is going to become standard. But anyway, enough talk about what's happened. Let's talk about what is here. New books, over 24 new books. Aurora and the Orc, Louis Trondheim. The green cases. The green cases are doing nicely. Louis Trondheim, that I somehow missed, came out in March. Absolutely love a Trondheim child's book. Creator of Dungeon and many others. Kim Smith, illustrating a beautiful glow-in-the-dark covered Buffy book. Comes with stickers. I got one for myself, one for Serena, our big Buffy fan, and we put one on the shelf. Pizza and Taco. Pizza and Taco have a new book. Who doesn't love Pizza and Taco? Sesame Street Spooky Tales, just in time for Halloween. Do not ask me why this book is out now. It came out in July, but it's for Halloween. It's a whole Halloween adventure where you read different people's house. You go to different people's houses and get different things, and there's little bits that stick through the book. It's cute. It's nice. We got a couple. Smells Like Green Spirit, teen romance one-off. Gachakuda number 11. Dragon Circus. Shimaguchi is a great artist. Perfect Buddy number 6. We have been selling the Perfect Buddies. So, Killing Me, Killing You, a really great fantasy series that does look a little ecchi. I apologize, but it is really incredible. World Enders, a American-made but manga-inspired series, just started. July 5th, the beginning of Halloween. I've noticed that, Joe. That's what Emily said. She said by the time Halloween comes, it's Christmas time. Frank in the Third Dimension. How exciting. The amazing Jim Rodriguez. Frank in 3D. If you have never read Frank, it is one of the surrealist books out there. And this 3D edition, let's see, where are the fun glasses? It's worth the price of admission just for this page. Oh, you like Killing Me #1, Joe? Yeah, I thought you had grabbed it. All right, excellent. Put that in Joe's box. Joe's box is getting nice and full. All right, Joe, I warn you, it's a big day for you. If you're going to grab everything that's of interest, you're going to be in trouble. We got Ultimate Spider-Man Volume 4. We've got Uncanny X-Men Volume 3. We have the complete bitchy Roberta Gregory's classic feminist series. Absolute monster of a book. Fantastic stuff. We had tons of these in the master collection in the back. Sold out of most of them, but we still have a few. Just expressive and wonderful cartooning about the change in culture and women's lives. Yeah, like hippie bitch gets an abortion. You know what I mean? Like in the 70s and 80s. Just tremendous. Salvage, another Smells Like Teen Spirit, a one-off teen romance, gorgeous art. I love the 20-something coming of age genre. It's a more recent genre, but I'm a big fan. Gunner Crick Court Volume 4. You know, it's very funny. I give people all this crap. For One Piece. I'm like, look, it's nice, it's wonderful, but it goes on too long. You can't read it. And then it's like, okay, but I've read years of Gunner. I shouldn't say all of, because I didn't read all of it, but I've read years. All this, I'm definitely up to date. That Volume 4, I'm up to date. I know Gunner Crick Court, and Gunner Crick Court has been going on for 22 years, something like that. So, you know, we all have our books. But yeah, new volume of Gunner Crick Court. Beneath the Trees Where Nobody Sees and Beneath the Trees Rite of Spring special. Direct market only in comic shop hardcovers that come with signed book plates. Yes, Dave, Weird World's made it. I have one for you. Signed book plates for this wonderful... I can't even begin to explain it. If Dexter was done by Richard Scarry is one of the great descriptions I've seen of this book. It is a watercolor... wonderful anthropomorphic world where following a character who is a serial killer. She can't help it. She just needs to kill people, like Dexter. And someone else has been killing in her territory, and she has to take care of it. As Dave said, Adventures into Weird Worlds, the latest Atlas library finally came in. I've also got for you Panic for EC Archives, Volume 2. Some amazing Kurtzman Wood, Elder, incredible people from EC doing their silliest book. Tales of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. This is a one-off comic of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles of the new movie version, which I think is getting a sequel soon. The wonderful Jules Scheel adapted Virginia Woolf's Orlando. You may, if you're really in the comic world, you may have seen this because it came out in England like 3 or 4 weeks ago, and people were just going on and on about it. Jules Scheel is an incredible cartoonist, really can draw just about anything, and Orlando is a must-read. Everyone should read Orlando. Definitely recommended. Sonic the Hedgehog coloring book. And here, you ready for the next? This book is so exciting. The next book is so exciting that as soon as it arrived, like Planetary last week, remember Planetary last week? As soon as it arrived and I looked at it, I made sure it was in nice condition. I ordered more of them because the Planetary Compendium is a must-read. Same with this. The new edition came and I said, okay, it looks great. And I ordered 4 more copies. And that is The Impending Blindness of Billy Scott. This is Zoe Thorgood. Zoe Thorgood of Journey to the Center of the Earth. Zoe Thorgood of the Life is Strange book. All sorts of projects she's working on now that aren't out yet. This is Zoe Thorgood's first book. This book is when Kieran Gillen gave it to, I think it's Eric Stevenson, whoever made Decision and Image, gave them this book. They read it and then introduced them to Zoe. and they said, "Oh, you do that Billy Scott book? Yeah, you can do a graphic novel here, whatever you want. Whatever you wanted." They read this. Avery Hill, one of my British publishers that I love. They read this Avery Hill book. They met Zoe and they said, "Yeah, you can do a graphic novel, whatever you want." And that's where Journey to the Center Earth came from the greatness of this book. So I'm thrilled that it's back in stock. Absolutely a tremendous book. Billy Scott is... Oh yeah, it's gonna be a while, Dave. It's gonna be a while. Billy Scott is a young painter who just got a gigantic gallery show. She's gonna make paintings for a huge show, all her. On the same day, basically, I think it's the same day or it's the day after, she finds out she's losing her sight. So, absolutely wonderful book. If you love Journey to the Center of the Earth, but it maybe is a little too intense for you to lend to other people, Billy Scott is intense, but it's a little bit more hopeful. Well, I'd say Journey's very hopeful too, but it's a lot bleaker in parts. So I would definitely recommend this. We've got a few copies in stock, and we're going to be getting a lot more. An absolute masterpiece. But yeah, those are 25 new books, so 24 now, because I think Joe took my last Killing Me, Killing You. 25 new books that just came out. I got to rearrange this so it's a little less sloppy now that Joe took one. As I said, the Beneath the Trees special editions come with signed book plates. Speaking of signed, we've got a bunch of signed stuff from Ryan and Fred that I need to clean up. I just cleaned up where the signing happened. I did not clean up yesterday because it was covered in boxes of new books that I just put up on the shelf. So I've just rearranged this section. Now it's time for me to rearrange all the new single issues and do hold list without a hold list. Let's update everyone on that while we're here. Our hold list system is kaput system. Got nothing. If you sent me an email, I probably saved it. If you sent me a list, I've got it somewhere. But if you're subscribed to a title that's only had an issue or two, and you're not sure if I know that you want it, I don't know that you want it. So I'm gonna have a fun time doing hold lists. Gotta do that without a system, and then God willing, please. Next week we're adding the new system. We're loading it up. And it should be good straight out of the box. They keep warning me that it's supposed to be good straight out of the box, but there are always little adjustments. So I can't promise that by August we will have a new system. But by August, I should be at least in the process of onboarding the new system. Once we have that up, the link on the website is going to be fixed. The link on I'm going to put up a link on and if you've got an account, you'll be able to adjust your account. If you don't have an account, Dave, I'm talking to you. You can go on, make a new account, and pre-orders should be very, very straightforward. As I keep saying, the system we're using is basically a scrape of Midtown Comics system. Midtown Comics has had a robust comic book site, I'd say, for 15 or 20 years, and someone there opened and went, wait a second, other websites, other comic shops need this. The things they wanted me to add so that I could have it all on my website, I'm like, I don't need that. In fact, that was something that happened on Sunday. The person who's onboarding this for us, the person who's running this comic knowledge system, stopped by and saw the store. And after she walked around the store, she was like, I understand very much what you were saying to me about what you need now. I have a much better understanding of what your shop needs. You really just need to make sure your subscription people have what they're looking for, and that's it. I'm like, yes, that's all I need. So, God willing, with that knowledge, they have the, as I've said here before, pretty bad CSV file of all the hold list stuff that we had in the old system. They're trying to put it together. So they're very nice because it's really not a good data set. Like if I had begged the other people, they might have given me information that usually they don't give us. But I was done with that company. So hopefully by August, we will have forward facing. On the subject of August, I just posted, I did not do it here on YouTube because I don't think that it's the place, but I just posted a reminder that August 2nd, we will be closing early at 3 p.m. because I'm going to BTS at East Rutherford. So I did one of my imaginary book recommendations. I did a book recommendation for a member of BTS, RM, the big reader of the group. Literally, there's a noun, Namjuning. His name is Kim Namjoon, which means like going to museums and buying lots of books. So I did a little recommendation list for him. Those of you who know the store well and know what I have on there will not be surprised by the books that I recommended. So definitely go check it out. It's on Instagram, Facebook. I shared it to Blue Sky, the short version to Blue Sky, and I will put it up here on YouTube eventually. Until then, remember, damn it, babies, you gotta be kind.